Fighter Gaming presents.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
War never changes. Since the dawn of mankind, when our ancestors first realized the killing power of rock and bone, blood has been spilt in the name of everything, from God to justice to simple psychotic rage. In the year 2077, after a millennia of armed conflict, the destructive nature of man could sustain itself no longer. The world was plunged into an abyss of nuclear fire and radiation. But it was not, as some had predicted, the end of the world. Instead, the apocalypse was simply the prologue to another bloody chapter of human history. For man had succeeded in destroying the world, but war never changes. In the ruins of old Boston, the Commonwealth settles in for a long, deadly winter, as its hungry communities do their best to find food and survive the cold. A new sect of the Church of the Children of Atom arrives. Their flock grows as they spread their worship of nuclear division and radiation across the region. Led by an enigmatic prophet calling himself the last son of Atom, the Church's army plans to ignite an all-out winter war with the settlements that dare reject their atomic god. A group of ragtag survivors must do whatever it takes to protect their communities and keep the Commonwealth from becoming ground zero again. Because war never changes.
Redo your intro.
It wasn't my intro. I'm talking to you guys.
In Roblox. I was hoping you were starting this up and recording.
No. I'm recording. It's just not an intro. I was talking to you guys. I'm trying to basically turn the gears in my head to see where the fuck we left off.
So I was headed.
If I remember correctly, you were headed to Goodneighbor, and you have, I would say, 20-30 minutes head start.
Yeah, roughly.
Bush and Runt are kind of, just worried about Ravi, who's still in the hospital. Unfortunately, Ravi can't join us because he's busy with family. The selfish prick.
Yeah. He's a fucking bastard, that one.
What a fucking asshole. How dare he? Traitor. But, yeah, he's still in the hospital. Still recovering from his injuries. And this is where I get kind of fuzzy on. Because there was an explosion in the dugout inn, but no one apparently knows who did it. But then Nick Valentine figures out who did it because he overheard Bush and Runt talking about how Keiran did it.
Which is all unsubstantiated, by the way.
No, you admitted to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you admitted to it.
I don't know if I did that.
You admitted
that was under me. Honestly,
Bro, I listened to the episode yesterday.
That was under duress. That was a forced confession. That wouldn't hold up.
That's not even the full episode that's out. I still got like 4 fucking hours left to edit.
Jesus, do you really?
Yeah, we said 10 more minutes, and it went on for 2 more hours.
Oh, that was
just 10 more minutes, man. Just 10 more minutes.
You were like, yeah, just 10 more minutes. I was like, all right, yeah, 10 more minutes. Like a father with his child, and then just, fucking lost track of time.
Sorry for locking in.
Are you winning, son? But But
War
yeah.
never changes.
Now, I don't know if Runt and Bush went back to check in on Ravi or if they stayed outside of Diamond City. I can't remember.
We were actually just about at that point of deciding what to do, whether to follow Keiran to Goodneighbor or to head into town to check on Ravi one last time.
Oh, okay.
Well, Bush already kind of talked to Ravi because Ravi was the one that gave you that extra push to like come get me and kind of make sure that I didn't completely kill Keiran. And he was saying like we, you know, even though we just met, we work better as a unit. We need to, you know, give time to let each other cool off or whatever, and then come back together. G-Unit. So yeah, I think,
get your ass in the car.
I think we were planning to go to Goodneighbor, right?
As far as I can remember, that's what we talked about.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
You guys were gonna go to Goodneighbor and have a conversation with Keiran.
About what? I don't know.
Have a very in-depth conversation. You know, have a couple words with you. You know.
They don't understand. It's
Put the
not
boots to your
Keiran.
medium style, if you get my drift.
Not Keiran that they're following. That nobody exists by that name. It's Seamus O'Lickerbox. Seamus O'Licker Cabinet.
No, I like Liquor Box. That one's good.
Seamus O'Lickerbox. I barely know her box.
No, it's gotta be Gunny Liquor Box.
I'm not gonna. Oh, my name is Gunny O'Lickerbox. Gunny O'Lickerbox. Her name is Gunny O'Lickerbox. That it was given to me by my mother.
I like to think that if Keiran dies, every character that you play after is just going to be another Irish ghoul with like an even harsher accent and more hilarious name every time.
I'd have to study that shit, get a real Irish accent down. Just fucking. Just completely unintelligible after a fucking certain amount of characters.
Siobhan Tobias O'Fleck.
Siobhan.
My name is Siobhan Tobias O'Fleck of Flanagan.
Oh, shit.
But every time I say it, it changes. Yeah, I'm from O'Flanagan. Are you? O'Flanagan, are you related to Keiran? Oh, that's my distant cousin, Keiran O'Flanagan. He was a right piece of shite, but he was a good man.
You see, all Irishmen are really just distant cousin after distant cousin. We're all related. That's why we all hate each other.
Well, that's exactly right.
You fucked my sister. I fucked my sister too, you idiot.
That's right. I fucked my sister.
So we find ourselves outside of Diamond City, where we see Runt and Bush kind of standing there, mulling everything over together.
Yeah, at this point, I'm like, because before I remember, like, I was kind of like freaking out, pulling up my mullet and shit, but like, now I'm like calmed down, and I kind of just look at Bush and I'm like, so we're gonna go to Goodneighbor and find Keiran?
I should have warmed up before we started.
I know, I feel like I'm not even in my voice right now.
If you want, we could take 5 till you guys can get your voices warmed up if you want.
It's
Don't need to needlessly hurt yourselves.
Me.
well, mine's not hard to do. It's just I have to think about it
Right!
for like an
Tell me
unnecessary
where
amount of time.
Ugly Man went! I don't know, Bush! You tell me!
It's fucking.
I gotta get into character. So you just reduced him down to yelling and shit.
Well, that's what Supermutants do. They yell. Have you not played the game?
I thought they were just talking, man.
Little man!
They are almost always
no
yelling.
penis, it just is mound.
Now you're just going in Jesse Ventura again.
Oh, that's down here.
I was a wrestler! But more
I was a
importantly, I was
wrestler.
a politician.
I was a Navy SEAL, and I was a politician. The best damn politician that Minnesota ever had.
And
Now,
you
give
see,
me
what
some
they
stuff,
don't
boys.
talk about, what they
All right,
don't
all right,
talk
we're getting
about
distracted.
is that
We're getting
jet
distracted.
fuel
All right,
does
all right.
not burn steel beams.
The Gulf of
All right,
Tonga.
Lester. Do you understand that, Lester?
All right,
Alright,
so
sorry.
we're getting distracted.
Yeah,
Fucking
we
hell.
got to get back on track.
I was
before the
supposed to go
ghost
out for a
Susan legit
burger
comes
tonight.
back
That
from
shit
the
ain't
dead.
happening. I'll tell
Yeah,
you
come
that.
on, sis.
I ain't going
We gotta-
nowhere. Fuck.
We got to get back on track and get off the Jesse Ventura thing before the ghost of
Jack,
Susan Wojcicki comes
Jack.
back.
Do it
Actually,
again.
I only have 2.5 hours probably that I can play like from now. So
Oh,
I thought you said you weren't going to the bar tonight.
yeah, I am. I changed my mind.
He's like, after this conversation.
He's like, after all this fuckery, he's like, I gotta put a time limit on this
I
bullshit.
finally got him to get in the campaign, and I see how it is. All right, well then we better tighten up.
So where we go, Runt brother?
We're going to Goodneighbor, I guess. That place full of ghouls and junkies. Keiran's kind. And I'll just kind of, would I know like the general direction of where Goodneighbor is?
It's safe to say you would, yeah. I
Okay.
mean, you saw where Keiran kind of just disappeared off towards. So,
I will follow like the trail of flecks of skin that fell off.
oh shit. Do an investigate. I'm just kidding. So you kind of see the direction where Keiran took off, and you guys are both gonna walk over towards Goodneighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I need you both to make a perception check.
All right. 12.
I gotta pull up the shit that I should have pulled up before. Where the fuck is it? There it is. You said perception?
Yeah, perception.
19.
Okay. As you guys are walking down the destroyed, dilapidated streets of the Commonwealth, you see all the buildings that are just kind of hovering over, looming over you. You hear the beams moaning and groaning as the breeze pushes them, just making them sway ever so slightly. And as you guys are continuing to walk, you hear a very familiar sound of a dog. Not just any dog. It's a mutant hound howling in the distance.
Can I pinpoint like exactly which direction it's coming from, or like the relative distance?
So, no, continue.
Just like, can I pinpoint like the direction and distance from where we are between it?
So it sounds like it's off to your right hand side down an alleyway. How far down, it's hard to tell. The buildings are causing the howl to kind of echo and bounce off of each other. So it's very difficult to determine for you that, where it's at exactly. Or how far from you it is.
Okay. I'll kind of just say, that's a mutant hound. Other super mutants are nearby, but no way of telling whether or not they're as friendly as you or me, even to their own kind.
Rather not find out. My kin brother I didn't leave kin brothers on good terms.
I'll nod and I'll have my big ass pipe wrench just kind of slung over my shoulder in a position where if we run into trouble, I can quickly swing, but it's in a more relaxed position, just resting on my shoulder, and I'll keep leading the way to Goodneighbor. When we can, I'll try to direct us out of the way of any super clear line of sight. But I'm not going to go so far the way that we're ducking into back alleys every 5 minutes or whatever. But I'm just trying to maneuver us in a way to where we're not completely like out in the open.
Kind of moving around discreetly.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you guys are trying to discreetly move around, you hear some voices off in the distance. It's hard to make out what exactly they're saying, but it almost sounds human. You, Bush, you know roughly the humans have multiple different tribes, and it could be one of the it could be a tribe of gunners, it could be a tribe of raiders, it could be, you know, a tribe of rust devils, so on and so forth, and each one more dangerous than the last. And as you guys are attempting to avoid each and every voice and sound and everything, you see a sign off in the distance that appears to say West Tech Industries. And outside this, you see three people, dressed in what appears to be combat armor. They're wearing all green, they got big guns, and they appear to be just kind of standing guard. And the only way from you to, or for the only way to get to Goodneighbor is past them, or you could try to go around them. But the only easy way is past them.
DM, this is kind of unorthodox. Is it okay if I roll a intelligence check for myself? Because I have an idea above game, but I don't know if necessarily Runt would automatically think of it, considering how low his intelligence is.
Yeah, you can roll an intelligence check. That's fine.
Okay. That is a total of 6, so he probably would not have any creative tactical ideas. So he'll just, I'll turn to Bush and I'll say, I think those are raiders or something up ahead. What do you want to do, brother?
Not raider. Those gunners. Much dangerous than raider.
You know better than me. I haven't been in the Commonwealth long.
Want gun, but not sure if combat is what we want.
3 of them, 2 of us. Think we should take our chances.
But you got gun on you?
I kind of shake my head. Just my wrench.
Maybe sneak behind them. Or somewhere out of way. Surprise. Give them a good scare.
We're probably too big to get all the way around them, so flanking them is probably our best option. I'll look around for like an alley that kind of leads like perpendicularly to where they're facing. You know what I mean? Like if they're looking to the north, I'm gonna look for an alleyway that will like duck us, position us like heading to their right side.
Okay. So as you're looking around.
Boz, you're muted.
Oops, yep. Totally forgot.
I don't know if
I forgot. So, as you're looking around, you're seeing that there's a few cars that you could get behind cover. They don't look destroyed, but obviously they're not in working condition. But you see that there is an alleyway that kind of would cover your approach, but to get to it, You'd have to run in the open street before they saw you, because they would have a clear line of sight of you.
So either way, we're going to get seen right away.
We could be seen right away.
Could be.
Runt will kind of think about this for a minute. And then against his better judgment, he's just kind of going to give like a half smile to Bush and say, fuck it. And he's going to draw his car door shield and like kind of choke up on his wrench so that it's also kind of behind the shield. And he's just going to let out a roar and run towards the gunners.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Okay, so...
I'll follow close behind him.
Alright, as you let out a roar, and just start charging, you see through the... I'm guessing you could see through the window?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like... yeah.
Okay, so you could see that the three of them kind of turn and look at you quickly. And they get in defensive positions, two behind a wall of sandbags about knee height to you, and the one is beginning to shoot at you with his laser rifle.
Right. But I do have my fucking big ass car door shield up.
True.
So I imagine it helps a little bit.
True. Thing is it adds to your AC.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your AC?
With the shield, it is 16.
Okay. So as you're charging, you just hear the door get hit with the laser. It's not impacting, you just hear the sizzle. And it hits about 4 times before he falls back into a covered position. Are you still charging these guys?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Bush, you're following right behind, and you hear the sounds of automatic gunfire.
Are they coming from in front of us?
Yes. So you hear the bullets whizzing past, striking the ground, snapping in front of you guys, as nothing is hitting. These guys either must be the lowest form of fucking gunner, or they didn't fix their fucking guns or some shit, because they have yet to hit you. As you guys are about 10 feet in front of them. So now you're 10 feet in front of them, Runt, and Bush, you'd be 15, because you're right behind Runt.
So is it my turn again, or?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, cool. So Runt hasn't dealt with gunners before because he hasn't been in the Commonwealth very long, but he's dealt with raiders. He knows enough from Bush's description of gunners that they're probably like raiders, and he knows that the best way to freak out raiders as a super mutant is to yell and be incoherent. So as I'm winding back my left arm with the wrench in hand to try and deliver a blow to like the guy that's 10 feet in front of me as I'm closing in, I'm just gonna yell, "Evil, mean humans, die!" And I'm gonna swing my wrench down.
All right, roll to hit.
All right.
And roll another d20 to see where you hit.
Right. So that's a 21 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Okay.
Fuck that hit.
And a 2 on the location die.
All right. So as you swing your pipe down, this gunner that you're aiming at seems to really not be too scared, too terrified. Nothing. He kind of moves himself, avoiding or trying to avoid your strike. However, as he goes to push off of his back foot, you end up crushing that foot and breaking his fucking leg, because Jesus Christ, at 21. And he falls to the ground and is prone now. The other two that saw this are getting behind cover. You can't see them, so you don't know what they're doing.
Do I not roll like my d6s, my damage die?
Yes, you can. You can roll
Okay,
damage.
cool.
You broke this fucker's leg.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
That's what that 2 was.
All right. So that is a total of 9 damage. Unless
Right.
do I add my melee weapons tag to the damage?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that would be an extra 3. So that's a total of 12 damage.
Okay, so you did 12 damage. So, my apologies. You didn't, in fact, break this man's leg. You completely just... I wouldn't say severed, because severed is like you cut it off, but you smashed it, and now it's like...
Knocked it off his body.
Yeah, but it's like smushed to the point where it's just jelly and dust, and his leg is off now. So, yeah, this man is screaming pain. And
I'll just for flavor, I'm just gonna start laughing. I'll go.
all right, so you start laughing, and this guy is fumbling. His hands are shaking. He's in complete shock. And Bush, what are you doing?
Yeah. So, quick question: did the other 2 gunners, are they like behind 2 separate barriers? Like,
Yes.
are the barriers? Okay. Would I know which one had the automatic rifle?
It's safe to assume that they both had the automatic rifle.
Oh, okay then.
Sharesies.
Well, no, they both had an automatic rifle.
I know. I'm just playing like.
They're just
I'm
tossing it
imagining
back
like.
and forth.
No. I imagine they're like hugging it both from the side, and they're like holding hands on the trigger, like
Cheek to
besties.
cheek.
A lover's embrace to the death.
I'll lunge towards the barrier that one of them is behind.
Okay. Left or right?
Readying. We'll go with left.
Okay, so you go with the one on the left.
Would I know where he is behind the barrier?
It's very safe to assume that he's behind the barrier. I mean, it's like I said, it's only knee high for you guys.
Oh,
So-
yeah, that's right.
You know, it's easy to see his legs and assume that he's right there.
Alright. So I'll ready my hammer to kind of bring it down on his back or his head, since he's crouched down behind it.
So you're calling your shot?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me those rolls.
I rolled a 7.
Plus your strength.
Oh yeah, that's right. Plus strength. That'd be 15.
Okay. Now
And
roll
roll
another.
it again. What is that? I rolled a 10.
Okay. So, as you lunge towards him and raise your sledgehammer and bring it down, you end up. You said, which is it, the back or the head?
We'll go with the bat.
Okay. So you bring it down in hopes to hit him in the back. And as you do, you hit him not in the back, but in the chest area, which would be the back if he was turned around. And you hear him just as all air in his body is just released at once. And you hear the crack of his combat armor as he kind of just lays there gasping for air. And roll damage, please.
Sledgehammer. 2d10. Where is my d10? Is that it? That looks like it. 6. 15.
Okay, so
Wait. 18, because I have that tag skill for melee weapons.
okay, so you, like I said, you bring it down, you crack his armor. He exhales all the fucking air, and as he does all the air, he starts hacking up blood and coughing and reaching out. And this guy is on death's door.
No armor too strong for Supermutant.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes. Now that one, my turn there.
Okay, so as you say that, you hear what sounds like metal kind of scraping across the ground in front of you. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Or no,
All
agility check or some shit. Not D&D. All bad.
That would be 13.
Okay, so as you see this metal ball, not really a ball, it's kind of egg-shaped, scrape in front of the ground, or in the ground in front of you, you quickly jump back, but as you do, you kick it. By complete accident, of course. And it goes right back to the guy that threw it. As that happens, that's what happens when you roll a natural 1.
Oh, damn.
Jesus. Okay. So, as you do that, it lands in front of him. He gets up. And as he gets up, you hear the explosion. And you see the lower half of him just get shredded in front of you. He's nothing more than a torso, dead on the floor. And let's see. The guy whose leg is broken, he's still missing. MIA. He turns his laser gun on you, Runt, and begins firing wildly towards you, missing completely with a 6. As he's looking up at you, panicked, terrified, knowing exactly what's gonna happen to him. What are you gonna do?
I would like to walk over to him and, like, I imagine my hand is probably big enough to basically just palm his whole torso, right?
No, his head for sure, not the torso. That's
Okay.
Well, okay, let me ask you, what do you mean palm? Like pick up?
Like, okay, imagine, like, you know how, like, Shaquille O'Neal, his hands are big enough to kind of hold a basketball? Not completely encompass it, but, like, hold it.
Yeah.
To get enough of a grip on it. So I imagine, like, that. Like, I'm not fully around his torso, but I imagine, like, my fingers have enough area to kind of just, like, basketball grip his, like, you know, one finger on one shoulder, one finger on the other, and then, like, 2 around his ribcage.
You're not that big, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's a behemoth you're thinking of.
Gotcha.
I am Supermutant behemoth. Come here, me Shaquille O'Neal.
I'm sorry, I was unfamiliar with your game. So in that case, I'll kind of just lift him up by, like, the upper arm and kind of just hold him up. And I'll kind of, like, my face is kind of like in a half snarl. And I'll look at Runt and I'll look at Bush and I'll say, "What should we do with him? Kill him? Let him live?"
Not with Gunner. Gunner have big clan. Come with many guns, many humans. No survivors.
I'll shrug, and then I'll put my other hand on his other upper arm, and I kind of want to just tear him down the middle like a wishbone.
Okay, so as you do that, he's clutching his one arm that you have, his other arm's kind of clutching at it, and as you do that, I need you to make a strength check.
All right. See if we can keep the good rolls going. That's a total of 15.
Okay, so as are you slowly pulling this man away, or are you like just ripping him in half just like quick?
I'm not going to make him suffer. I'm just going to get it over with.
All right, so as you rip this man in half, You see that his other hand that you have has this weird little metal ring on it with a little point. It's something you've never seen before. It's weird. And what are you gonna do with that information?
Okay, so is it like the pin to a grenade?
Roll an intelligence check.
Oh boy, my favorite stat. That's natural one.
That's a natural one. You got no fucking clue what the fuck it is. So as you do that, I need you both to make dexterity saving throws or the agility check at disadvantage because Runt, I'm assuming you're you're behind the gunner that was just ripped in half.
Yeah. With disadvantage, that's a 19 for me.
Man, fuck, I forgot how to roll disadvantage.
Two.
Do I just roll twice?
Yeah, just
roll 2 d20s, take the lower number, but still add your modifier.
15.
Yeah. So, as you're standing there looking at this thing, there's an explosion, just a blast, and both of you feel the shrapnel enter your bodies. And what's half of 36?
Half of 36, that'd be
18.
18.
Yeah.
Okay, so you both take 18 points of damage from the blast. And I'm assuming you guys are still alive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm still alive.
Okay, good. So as that happens, I don't know if you react or not, but yeah, you see that the torso halves that you were holding, that you wishboned, are now just just stumps, and you got bits of gunner on you.
I'll kind of look down at the front of my overalls, and I'll notice that there's like a chunk of like muscle and bone in the front pocket of like the chest of my overalls, and I'll kind of just scoop it out and then brush some blood off me. Not that it helps. And I'll look at Bush and I'll say, "Oh, that hurt."
Bush Hider agree. Never liked boom booms.
You alright, brother? Didn't hit anything major?
Don't feel like it, but we'll need medicine, man. Or just medicine.
I'll nod and drop whatever's left of the gunner that I'm holding, and I want to search the more intact, if combat's like at a close now.
I mean, has to roll a perception check.
Wait, hang on. You said there were 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
They all either got torn in half or blown up, I think.
Yeah, unless there was a 4th one that showed up.
Oh, there was only 3.
That is a 16 for my perception check.
Woo! Nat 20! With modifier,
nice.
that's 28.
Oh yeah, so the one that was still left alive, it was on death's door, the one that you smashed in the chest. You hear...
Oh yeah, I didn't kill him.
Yeah, you didn't kill him. Hey, you hear the very familiar sounds of the hiss as the metal doors close to the West Tech Industries building.
Beauty human got away.
Yeah, it closed. He walked in there. Or he didn't walk, but he crawled in there.
Like crawled?
Yeah, he crawled in there. Most likely to alert his buddies is what Bush would know.
Beauty human escape. Can't stick around, you leave now.
I'll nod, and I was going to like search the bodies more in depth, but if there is like the leg armor from any of the gunners like still somewhat intact, I'm just going to scoop one piece of it up, like just like a piece of leg armor, quickly, and then we're gonna get out of there, I guess. Still heading toward Goodneighbor.
Okay, so you kind of shuffle through the soup that was the gunner that you were holding, and you have a piece of more or less intact piece of leg armor, and you just kind of turn real quick and go off towards Goodneighbor.
Yep, and I'll kind of just stuff it in like my I probably have like a satchel, like a utilities, like a tool bag that I would keep my stuff in, and I'll just kind of shove it in there as we're like jogging away from the commotion, still heading towards Goodneighbor, I would imagine.
Okay. So as you guys are making a mad dash away from the gunners, you guys see the lights of Goodneighbor still, and you guys are booking it, and you kind of turn the corner, and there you are. You see the wall of Goodneighbor. Looks like it's made from the most shittiest pieces of wood ever collected. You see the sign that says Goodneighbor, and you see the human-sized door in front of you.
Which one of us would you say is like smaller between me and Bush? I know it's probably not like super obvious.
I think you're slightly taller, Bush is just ever so slightly smaller.
Okay, so like it wouldn't make a difference.
Not really, no.
Not really.
Okay. Then I guess I'll open the door carefully as I can so not to like damage it, and I'll kind of just, if I can, stick my head and my arm in, and any guards that are like nearby inside Goodneighbor, like right inside that door, I'm just going to say, I promise, we're friendly.
As you do, you say that you see the neighborhood watch, or whatever the hell they're called.
Yeah, I think it's neighborhood watch.
Level their guns at you. They're wearing nice suits. Some are human, others are ghouls. As they're leveling their guns at you, and you're kind of just pushing your way through, kind of being birthed by this doorway. And as you come into the new free world, you could just smell you could smell it in the air, the death and the corruption, all that fun stuff that comes with Goodneighbor. You see one of the humans aim his gun up at you. Hey, get down on the ground. What the fuck? Get out of here. What are you doing?
We're here to meet a friend. Kind of a friend. Not here to cause trouble.
You're super mutant. Of course you're here to cause trouble. Alright, boys. Level your guns at him. Wreck them. And unload.
Wait. Hold on. Listen, I'm a repairman. I'm not.
Excuse me. Do I hear a commotion going on at the front fucking of Goodneighbor? Is everybody kind of?
You're underground in the subway.
I am? Okay.
Yeah,
you
you're
told
at the third rail.
Getting fucked up.
Yep.
Sorry, boys. Never mind.
I'm going to like do as they say. Like I'm guessing like my upper body is kind of inside, and so I kind of like a seal, kind of just lay on my side with my arms up.
Oh shit!
With my upper body poking in, and I'm like, you know, a supermutant that speaks in full sentences. I'm not here to cause trouble. Honest.
They kind of look at each other, and you hear a voice from a balcony. Or no, never mind. You don't hear a voice from a balcony. You hear a voice coming from off to the left-hand side. Yeah, man, give him a chance to speak. I mean, all are welcome here, man. All the guards kind of turn and look, and you guys see this man dressed in a colonial kind of attire. He's wearing a red coat and a trihorn hat.
Tricorn.
Tricorn?
Yeah, tricorn hat.
Jesus fuck.
It's a weird name in my opinion.
Alright, so you see him wearing a tricorn hat and he's a ghoul. And he's just kind of... He's walking with purpose, but almost as if it's a saunter. As he's looking at you, Runt, smiling. Yeah, let's hear out the Supermutant. Go on.
Thanks.
Tell us your story. If I don't like it, then my boys here will end your existence.
My name's... Call me Runt. People call me Runt. I'm a repairman. I originally tried to go to Diamond City. Turns out they're not too fond of supermutants there, but I met a few people there that were decent to me. One human and a ghoul. His name's Keiran. He's wearing army fatigues. Irish. We heard that he was coming here. I'm here to patch things up between me and him. And if you need any more proof that I'm not here to cause trouble, if y'all need any maintenance work on plumbing or anything that needs done, I'm a repairman. I'll do it for free. But me and my friend, who's right outside, we'd like to get in.
He's kind of studying you, listening to everything you say. So, what you're saying is that you were in Diamond City and you came here in search of a lost soul, a ghoul, named Keiran.
I suppose that's about the long and short of it.
And what say you if I actually tell my boys to put their guns away and allow you into the city? Free range, I guess you could say, of our lovely town here. What would you say if I did that?
I'd like to lean in. Hang on. I'll let you go first.
Oh, I'd be thankful. As much as I wouldn't like it, I'd be willing to part with my pipe wrench as a sign that I'm not here to hurt anyone. For the time being, I would part with my pipe wrench.
He squats down, getting closer to you as you're on the floor. Are you even really a super mutant? Are you just like in some kind of funny costume? I've never once heard a super mutant talk like this. They're usually always screaming.
I wasn't always big, green, and ugly. I can scream, if that's what you want.
No, I don't want you to scream. Just make my boys here, they pull the trigger. Don't want none of that now, do we?
No, sir.
Who did that? Who's there? Who's behind you?
Like I said, he's a friend of mine. Another super mutant.
Is he sick?
Not like... No.
Oh,
not to my knowledge.
Heard him cough.
It's kind of muggy in here.
Hey, can I hear all this commotion going on outside the gate?
Yeah, you could hear the commotion, the conversation from up in the mayor's, what is it, his room, his lounge?
Yeah.
Something like that.
You can
It's like an estate house.
Yeah, you can hear some commotion through the haze of
can I just be like sitting on the outside of one of the windowsills, just like smoking a cigarette and watching?
You could, yeah.
Okay.
Just watching everything happen.
Yeah.
Through the haze of I tell you what. You behave. I won't take your weapons. You behave. You're more than welcome in Goodneighbor. We're a town for the people, by the people. And I mean, granted, we harbor some ill feelings towards your kind. You seem well enough. So
I appreciate to know that the rumors about Goodneighbor, the good ones at least, I'm glad to know they're true.
Well, if you're believing the rumors of Goodneighbor being a good place, then you'll also need to understand that we're not to be fucked with. Push it with us, and you will die.
Understood.
All right, then. Welcome to Goodneighbor. I'm Mayor Hancock. I'm the mayor of Goodneighbor.
Good to meet you, Mayor Hancock.
He sticks
As
his
I'm
hand
still
out.
like,
He sticks his hand out as you're on the ground. And he's like squatting down next to you. He just sticks his hand out and goes to shake yours as you're laying there like a baby seal.
Yeah, I'll shake his hand. I'm definitely careful not to like crush his hand, but I give I'd say I'm in control enough of my strength to give him a firm handshake that isn't going to completely destroy his hand.
And he squeezes your hand back, like a normal handshake. And all right, everybody, break it up here. Nothing to see, just two lost souls coming into Goodneighbor for a warm meal and a warm bed and a nice atmosphere that treats them well.
I'll lean down and kind of through the door.
Oh shit, there's the second one. I'm just kidding. And
Red Mayor, funny.
And as you guys are walking in, Max, your character, you're seeing all this transpire. You're seeing that there's now 2 Supermutants in Goodneighbor. Anything you want to do with that information? 'Cause I don't even know your character's name.
Oh yeah. So I'm sitting out on that balcony that kind of overlooks the front, the front of the old state house. I don't know how familiar everyone is with the actual, map in the game, but yeah. So
I'm familiar.
I'm gonna say, I think it's let's see. I'd say I'd go inside and kind of just make my way downstairs out of the front. I'm gonna walk past like a couple of the neighborhood watch. I'm gonna one of the guys that I know a little more well. I'm gonna pluck a cigarette out of his pocket and just start smoking it and walk up and just say, I'll just walk up next to Hancock and I'll be like, "Oh, come on, man! Like, there's 2 fucking Supermutants. If they were gonna wreck house, they would have done so already. They would have fucking flung you through the gate faster than you could have pulled a gun on them."
Hey. Don't go busting my balls, all right? I have to make sure that everybody gets to meet the mayor. Okay? We weren't gonna kill him. You know this. You know how we work. I'm surprised to see you down here.
Well, it's not every day that a couple muties start tumbling through your front door, being friendly about it.
Well, it's not every day that a young punk comes and tumbling through my door and needing a hand and some help. But we are.
Shut up, you love me, you old sour fucking raisin.
If I didn't, I'd kill you in your sleep. And you two, Runt and Bush, you guys are seeing this interaction between the 2 of them. Almost like father and son. But you see Hancock kind of stop and turn around and look at you. Now, you said you were looking for a guy in a military uniform, like fatigues or camouflage, or you said he was a ghoul, right?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, yeah. You'll find that guy down at the third rail. It's a bar. Seems to be where everybody kind of goes first. So I'd check there first. I don't know how you guys are gonna just easily walk in, but you can try. Just don't wreck the place up too much. Nobody should hassle you.
I'll take him.
Appreciate it.
Should I describe my character for these guys? Because I don't think I've really...
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so you guys see in front of you this lanky ghoul who looks really... He looks really young, even for being a ghoul. But, and you can't see his eyes. He's got, tinted, like, welding goggles on. And he's got, like a hockey mask. The bottom half of a hockey mask is, like, cut off and covering the bottom half of his face. There's like a what do you call it? Like a filter for a gas mask, kind of like screwed into the front of the mask. And he's got a bandana covering his forehead. Yeah, respirator. And he's got a bandana like covering his forehead and the top of his head. And you can't really see. You wouldn't know he's a ghoul if you were more than 10, 15 feet away from him, because he's got all of his features pretty much covered. But because I'm close enough, you guys see, there's flakes of skin, peeling off and everything. And he's got this getup that that you haven't really seen before. He's got a leather jacket that's got, holes and straps and sleeves pulled off of it. And there's patchwork flannel and denim just patching up the holes. He's got these jeans, these really black dyed distressed jeans that are tighter than you've seen almost any man wear, and there's holes and rips in them that also have patchwork over them. And he's like I said, he's a real skinny guy, but he's got he's very he's got a lot of bravado. He's very confident and very like in your face. And he sticks a hand up, to shake your guys' hand, and he goes, "My name's Graft."
Runt. As I'm like standing up, dusting like some dirt off the knees of my overalls, and I'll similar to how I shook Hancock's hand, I'll shake Graft's hand.
And so then I'll turn to the other super mutant and do the same.
Bush Hider think he could throw you like football.
Be one hell of a ride, I'm sure. Follow me, guys. I'll take you to third rail.
Don't like small doorway. Nobody think about super mutant.
We'll find a way to squeeze you through. We might have to crawl a little bit. There's enough headspace once you get in there, though.
As you guys are talking, you see Hancock kind of just walk into the state's house and close the door behind him. You guys are making your way down that alley, past the shops, and make the turn to your left, and you see the entrance for the third rail right below the balcony of the estate house. And you guys are walking down the stairs. You're getting a few looks, but most people really don't give a shit. As you get down there, you see the human-sized door.
Exactly what Bush Hider mean. Nobody thinks super mutant.
You guys need to oil up first to get through, or you think you can manage to crawl in?
Surprisingly, even being this big, I've always before I was big, green and ugly, I knew how to kind of maneuver around hard spaces. And I'll take a big breath in and then just like slowly get all the air out of my lungs, turn sideways, and kind of just like squeeze through the door sideways.
So as you crab walk through the human-sized door, you make it fairly easy.
Huh. Bush Hider tried that too. So I'll try copying his movements.
Okay, so
And just for comedy, as I get out of the door, I trip myself.
and so as you inhale deep and exhale all the air out of your lungs, you kind of squat down to get about what a normal human height would be. And you're standing there with your legs wide, and you're kind of just keeping your arms in close, and you just crab walk sideways through the door. And as you do, your upper half and your head are through the door easily. And you turn to go stand up, and as you do, your foot catches the ledge of the door, and you just eat shit.
Like, ugh.
Easy there, big guy. Don't need an earthquake bringing this place down.
As you
Make
guys
it
are,
seem so easy.
as you guys were standing there, you realizing it's a subway. It's 100% a subway.
Is there like so it's like a subway station? Is there like a kind of like a nice draft going through the place?
Yes, it's not a very strong draft because obviously it's been repurposed to be a bar. There's a nice cool breeze in the area, kind of keeping the air not being so stagnant. I mean, it doesn't smell completely like piss.
Noticing the draft, Runt will kind of sigh in relief is the wrong word, but like he'll notice that there's like a comfortable draft, even though it's slight, and he'll kind of like wipe the sweat back off his brow, like into his mullet, kind of washing away a little bit of the flecks of blood that are probably staining his mullet.
Okay.
The whole time as we've, made it through Goodneighbor and been going in, the whole time, this basically what you guys pretty much see as like a kid, like a teenager ghoul is just fucking chain smoking and just leaving a cloud behind him. There's like not even a breath in between his drags. He's just constantly got a cig in his mouth, and he walks in and he makes quite a spectacle of him coming into the bar, and he's like, "All right, numbnuts, we've got some new patrons, and make sure to feed them good."
Nobody really kind of reacts except the bartender. Oh,
Yeah.
you fucking kidding me? More free fucking food? Oh,
I'm willing to
They
work.
be free. I just said feed them good.
oh. Good thing I watered down the fucking beer.
Speaking of,
Welcome to the third rail.
while he welcomes them in, Graf's just gonna literally just jump on the counter, squat on it, and then just grab a drink, an already open drink off the bar, and start drinking it.
Oh, you have to pay for that, Griff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're lucky you're Hancock's favourite. But,
He hates me for it.
alright, welcome. Take a seat if you can, if you can't. Well, tough shit.
As we're walking up to the bar, I'll like tilt my head. Say, never seen a robot barman.
Well, I never seen an ugly-ass green fucker such as yourself in here, but hey, look who we see.
Robot man, funny.
And as this conversation is happening, Keiran, you kind of look down the bar and notice that there's two Supermutants who look very fucking familiar.
Oh, I don't know what the fuck. I kind of muttered to myself. Already been drinking for a while. Oh, would you fucking look at that? Those two bastards have fucking came where they said they were gonna come. That's
There he is, the Mick of the hour that we've all been looking for.
Yeah, fuck you, guy. So those are my buddies over there at the bar. I kind of get up and slowly fucking... I grab my drink, make my way over. I'm kind of steering clear of, fucking... God damn it. Click or Runt, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Steering clear of Runt a little bit, you know, kind of hugging towards Bush. I'm like, what are you two doing here? You finally came to catch up with an old friend of yours, eh?
Came to apologize. And after I say that, I'll turn to the Mr. Handy at the bar and I say, I don't have any caps, but I'll shine your paint, polish your paint if you can give me 3 double shots of whiskey.
Did you just
everyone,
me a fucking knob job?
He's trying to polish your knob, I think he is over there. With his fucking painter hands. He says he works well with pipes. I don't know if you
gotta
can
step away for a moment.
He just tried to offer me a knob job. Either you got caps or you don't. It's that simple.
How about this? And Graf's gonna fiddle through his bag, and he's gonna find a pack of Jet that still has some in it, and he's gonna take a test puff off of it. He's just gonna go, there you go. How about that? That should cover the first couple rounds, and I set it on the counter.
And you see my eyes dart over immediately to this fucking guy whose name I probably... Do I know this man yet? Because he seems like he knows everybody in Goodneighbor for the most part. How long has this motherfucker been here?
You also just got here, so the likelihood of you knowing each other... I mean, that's up to you guys. That's up to you guys. I'll leave it up to you.
I mean, I would say I'd probably noticed when you came in, but obviously, yeah, you're new here, so I wouldn't know. We wouldn't really know you.
Wouldn't really know me, but at least we know names. I would say.
Yeah.
It's you're like, there's everybody's favorite Mick. So I would say we know names, but we don't know too much else.
Yeah, so my name is, in case anyone didn't catch it, my name's Graft, like skin graft.
Okay.
Yeah.
What a fucking name. And my name's Keiran, in case you didn't know it. That's Scottish. What the fuck am I doing?
I was going to say, damn. He's like,
we're out of character, man.
Keiran.
My name's Keiran.
Conquer your fucking lands.
I think what you were looking for was Keiran
take our lives or whatever the fuck, maybe opposite of that. I won't know. Alright, so I kind of go over and my eyes dart over to Graft and I kind of look at him like, do you think you could spare any more of that Jet there? I've been yet to find some since I got in here.
Oh, there's plenty. You just got to know where to look. I happen to know. I happen to know where a couple people keep their shit.
You see the pincers of the Mr. Handy grab the Jet off the counter and put it under the counter.
And as you say that you know where to get more Jet, you can notice that my nub twitches a little bit.
Your nub?
I'm sorry, your nub?
My nub.
What nub?
His front hole.
Oh, your
Fucking
bonus
nerd.
hole. Your bonus
Yeah,
hole
my bonus
quivers?
hole. Yeah, my bonus hole quivers.
You can't see that.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we would see that unless you ain't wearing pants.
You just see the pants begin shuddering around the crotch region.
Oh, God.
I don't know. What's your
Halloween decoration?
perception?
Wriggling with maggots.
Oh, God.
Oh. It shakes like a Spirit of Halloween decoration.
He's surrounding himself with maggots.
It's just a bunch of blot flies.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
Oh, botfly larva.
I look over at him and I'm like,
Cut this out.
well, maybe you could show me a little bit where, maybe you could show me where that jet is after I catch up with these few fellas here.
I'm sure I could. I don't know if I want to. Maybe I want to save it all for myself.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it could be a little bit, friendly. Show me what Goodneighbor has to offer.
Hey, man, everybody
you see
likes to
the
get high.
3 shots of, what'd you say, whiskey you wanted?
Yeah.
All right, you see 3 shots in front of you.
Firewater.
Alright, grab a-
Bush hider not feel like firewater. Maybe another time.
I'll nod and I'll take the shot that was meant for Bush and hand it to Keiran, and then I'll take the other one and hand it to Graft, and I guess I'll take the last one for myself.
Good.
Well, I'd say cheers, mates. Fucking raise up the little shot glass and fucking.
Graft is gonna raise his glass and he's gonna say, "Here's to hell. May our way there be half as fun as may our stay there be half as fun as our way there."
That's right. I agree with that. And then I just fucking kind of clink shit and fucking knock it back.
Meanwhile, before I take a shot, I'm going to take a glass, pour the rest of the beer that I stole off the bar, pour it into the glass, pour the whiskey in there, and then I'm going to take some Mentats out of my pocket and throw them in there, mix it up, and chug it.
Christ.
Damn.
Fucking A.
All right, so you do that, and you're going to have a slight boost of +2 to your perception. Any perception skills?
I was just doing it for flavor. I don't need a boost because we didn't even discuss me having we didn't even discuss me having like any of that in my inventory. This is just character.
An addiction.
Character flavor.
Fuck, you just got an addiction,
one?
baby.
I have several.
Yeah, I know you have several addictions. All right,
Yeah,
so then
no,
just for flavor, okay.
Yeah, you guys can tell just by the way how casually this basically fucking teenager is just out in the open, just taking Thames constantly. This guy probably hasn't been sober like since his skin started falling off. But all that considered, he's still. I was just gonna say, all that considered, he still seems very like, present and like aware. Yeah, he's really well. He's a functioning addict, definitely.
I kind of like lean into Runt, and I'm like, I don't know about you, but that bastard over there seems that he's got his fair share of problems. It's kind of.
Do I hear that?
I mean, it's right in front of you. Kieran's drunk, most likely, so the likelihood of him.
You're gonna hear that.
Yeah, you're gonna hear it.
All right. Yep, I sure do, and I also got just as many solutions.
Oh, well, and I keep whispering like he isn't fucking hearing me, but he is. Well, would you fucking hear that? The bastard's got the hearing of a fucking eagle. And I know I fucked that up, but I'm gonna say a hearing of an eagle.
Hearing of an eagle?
That bastard's gotta have the eyes of a bat and the fucking ears of an eagle.
You guys seem fun.
I'll kind of chuckle, but then I'll like, my tone won't be serious, but it is definitely like directed. And I'll look here and I'll say, well, before we talk about other people's problems and solutions, I think I owe you an apology about the problem I caused you. You mind if we sit down somewhere, have a talk?
Oh, I mean, you did come all this way. I suppose I could have a little bit of a chat with you.
And with that, we'll take a break.
All right.
Oh, shit.
I gotta take a piss, and I want to hear this.
Yeah,
He's just gonna send us an audio file of him just fucking shitting on the toilet, just fucking blowing it up.
He's like, "Hey, everybody,
I'll probably love it like a fuckhead.
Get in the Discord, it's gotta be live.
Get in the Discord.
We're doing it live.
It's fucking crowded.
Dude,
All right.
update via TikTok NPC stream. Ice
shit.
cream, so good.
Glizzy
Okay.
overdrive.
All right, too much sidetracking bullshitter. You guys
All right.
going.
God, you know it's bad when B.A.T.R has to keep us on track.
Yeah.
So he's trying to keep us on track because he don't know if he's cutting out in the next 5 minutes or
Yeah,
not.
that's
Yeah,
true.
right.
Yeah.
All right,
that's
so
part of the reason.
as we get back to it, Runt, you kind of take Keiran off to the side and go sit at a table in we could say in a corner of the room from prying eyes.
I'd say I'm probably way too big to fit in one of the normal chairs, so I'll drag over a love seat and just sit down on that.
Okay. So you drag over a love seat Some people are watching you do this as you sit down, and they just kind of go back to their own business and take it away.
Do you remember life before? Do you remember when you were human?
Well, of course I remember when I was human. It's quite a while ago, but... Well, I fought with an army that was trying to stop the occupation of our own country for quite a while. That was mainly what I did before I came over here to the Commonwealth.
The IRA, right?
The IRA, and that was far before the actual war took off. I was over here actually on a mission of my own, trying to pick up a weapons shipment to bring back over to Ireland, and that's when the bombs dropped. And well, I turned into this fucking thing you see before you.
Hell of a time to travel the world, huh?
Oh, aye. It was, well, either I'd be a ghoul over here, I'd be a ghoul back home, so why not see something new for the next 200 so years?
I'm from before the war, too.
Are you now? What were you doing beforehand?
Same thing I'm doing now, except my overalls fit a little better.
Alright, that's fair enough.
My real name is Dallas Johnson Jr. I'm from a small town in Appalachia. At least I was. It was a independent community run by farmers, denim makers, miners, coal miners, resource miners. We, as far as I know, maybe a year or two before the bomb spell, Vault-Tec basically bought up the town. They said they were going to make the first ever self-sustaining town with no government, just run and sustained by its own people. I was a prepper at the time. I had a little bunker just in case, canned all my own food, bottled all my own water, caught it from the rain. So being completely independent from the government sounded like a dream come true to me. Everyone else in town too. Had a wife, had a son, daughter, dog. It was all going pretty well. Surprisingly enough, it seemed like Vault-Tec kind of kept hands off. We had farmers markets every Saturday. The only stipulation was that we gave a Vault-Tec representative that came into town every week 20% of the profits we all made from the farmers market.
Well, that sounds like government to me.
Yeah. I mean, we should have known something was awry. That, of course, wasn't going to be all that Vault-Tec wanted. I had my suspicions. One day, people started getting sick. Anytime someone would wash the dishes, take a shower, this putrid smell would come from the water. It was like rotting meat. Almost like... It smelled like what I imagine lead smelled like real up close, mixed with that sweet smell of death. Like when a rat or something dies, gets left somewhere for a long time. I was a little more paranoid than everyone else, including people in my family, so I didn't get as sick as everyone else, but I slowly started to watch everyone in my community grow, get angry, paranoid in different ways. Their skin turned green, muscles started bulging out, started talking nonsense. I took the dog, my wife, my kids, who went down the bunker. Next morning, I woke up to my wife. She didn't look like my wife anymore. Her name was Daisy. She looked like how I do now, pretty much, except no hair. Couldn't speak properly, mumbling, yelling. I woke up to her eating what was left of my dog and my kids.
Jesus Christ.
There was a handgun in the bedside drawer in our little sleeping area in the bunker. Took 5 shots to put her out of her misery. Point blank right in the skull.
That sounds pretty heavy.
After deed was done and I calmed myself down, I went to the little lavatory, little bathroom that we had, looked in the mirror. I was starting to look like they did. I gathered up things that were most important to me. A few notes, drawings that my kids had made me when they were in kindergarten. My wife's wedding ring, my tool bag, my overalls, my work boots, my pipe wrench. And I tried to go as far away from Appalachia as I could. 200-something years of wandering around, found myself here. I didn't have any friends for 200 years, probably more. So when I met you and Bush and Robbie, and I saw for the first time since I turned into a supermutant that people were still kind, even if they had their flaws, I let down all my defenses and I let y'all in as friends, rushed as it was. And I guess I just got too attached to everyone too quickly, and when Robbie got hurt and from that pipe bomb at the dugout, I just took my anger out. I took my anger out on who I assumed was responsible based on everything I knew, your disdain for people in Diamond City, and the fact that IRA often used pipe bombs and other things.
We don't need to get into that, but I understand what you're saying. I appreciate it, and there may have been things I did that I shouldn't have done. But that Ravi wasn't meant to get hurt by whoever placed that bomb there. I don't know who it was. Who am I fucking kidding? It was me. I know you know it was me. I told you it was me. But wasn't expecting them to get hurt. Wanted us to leave. Those bastards in Diamond City don't quite care for ghouls and supermutants, and I may have lost my temper. Should probably keep that under control, but well, when you've got a pipe bomb in my line of business, you tend to use it. But Robbie seemed like a good man. One I never wanted to get hurt. But I'm hoping that bastard pulls through. But it sounds like it's been a tough life you've been living since you've been here. It seems like Voltech was running some ungodly experiments on you and your family. I hope you made those bastards pay if anybody was still around kicking through these 200 years. Ghoul or no ghoul.
Funny enough, probably about 12, 15 years in, I gave up on revenge. I decided that if I was ever presented with the opportunity to be a good person, not just another super mutant, I'd do the best I could to help people the way I know how, by fixing things. Maybe I'd learn how to fix people too. Maybe I'd even learn how to fix myself. I don't agree with what you did, Keiran, but I understand now that I'm seeing things a little clearer and I'm not blinded by anger anymore, that you didn't do it with the intention of people getting hurt that didn't deserve it. So I can forgive you for that, but I would like you to make me a promise in the future. You and Bush and Ravi, I think we could work real well together as a team, protecting each other, looking out for each other, hopefully helping people as and where we can. But I'd like you to make me a promise that you will do your best, and I'm not asking for perfection, but if we're going to continue traveling together, if I'm going to call you a friend, I'd like you to make me a promise that you will do your best to make sure that no one innocent gets hurt.
Well, I'll tell you, in my line of work, I've found that, fortunately, when you're fighting even against your harshest enemy, the most despicable bastards that there can be, is that there's always collateral damage. But I'll say that I'll try to minimize it. Usually, I've always tried to minimize it. I did lose my cool, lost my head in there. Didn't realize, probably should have looked around, that there was more than just the guards in there. May have been a few innocent people. Clearly, Ravi got hurt going in trying to save the ones that I had already deemed despicable bastards, at least in my eyes. But I can make you a promise that I'll do my best to make sure that nobody innocent gets hurt. But I'll tell you this one thing, that sure, respect is earned, but also there's a bit of mutual respect that you have when first meeting people. And I don't take too kindly to others that disrespect right off the bat. And that's exactly what we got in Diamond City. And for far too many years, it seems that, they haven't had anybody knock them around a bit and show them that, maybe you should treat people that you don't fully know well with a little bit of respect and kindness, because you never know what they're capable of. But again, that may just be me being a bit selfish on my part.
No,
so I'll agree. I'll agree. But as long as they show kindness and respect, at least mutually.
Runt will nod, and he'll give a soft smile and shake your hand. And I'll say, like I said, I'm not asking or expecting perfection from you or me or anybody. My skin may be green, bulging, yours may be flaky and spongy, but at the end of the day, and he'll smile a little bigger, we're only human.
I kind of smile, realizing the irony in that statement is I'm a wrinkled bastard and he's a big ass fucking bulging super mutant. Say, that we are human. And then kind of fucking laugh. I'm like, where's the fucking drinks?
I'll
yell
look
at
to
the bartender. Oh, you metal kind of bastard. Why don't you get us 2 more fucking drinks over here?
I lend some fucking respect when you talk to me.
You never had respect when I came in here, you clinker bastard.
Fuck you. It'll be 10 caps.
Alright.
Are we doing another round?
Fuck yes, we're doing another round. What do you think I came here for? Exile?
All right, give me 1 second.
Those bastards.
And while our rounds are getting poured, Graft is on the bar, is sitting at the bar, and he's got a bottle of Cat Eye and a bottle of Buff Out, and he's got a couple pills poured out. He's chopping them up with a knife to make them into a powder, and then he lines it all up and snorts it, and he goes, "Ooh, okay, all right, I'm ready."
Runt will turn to Bush and say, water to drink, brother. I know you don't like alcohol that much.
Bush Hider just want food. Bush Hider hungry.
Well, we ain't got no fucking human meat here. Sorry, mate. Best we got. He plops down a tube of chips. That's about it. That's 3 kips.
Oh, like chips, like actual chips, or like chips as in fries?
Chips is in chips, like American chips.
Oi, crisps, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's right.
You won't
crisps.
like crisps
My
on your
bad.
fucking
Would you-
table.
have a tube of crisps.
Oh, I just
Watch too
imagine
much
like
Doctor Who for you to fuck
when you-
around on this, son.
when you say tube of crisps, I imagine like a fucking like potato
Pringles can?
chip puree. No, like a puree.
I'm
I guess
sure
what
you
you
can
say
Pringles can, man.
Tube of crisps is what you call a ghoul-themed fleshlight.
Oh my god.
God damn. Oh shit, that's good. A ghoul-themed fleshlight. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Have you? Side note: have you seen that guy that on like Instagram or wherever, where he's got like all the different fleshlights? He's got like a Tomater fleshlight, like a KFC fleshlight. Oh,
Yeah.
have you guys seen that shit?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it gets me every fucking time. Has me like in them videos laughing my ass.
All right. You heard that, Bethesda? New DLC ready to go.
Yeah, no shit.
New
Ghoul
fucking
fleshlight.
pre-order bundle. It's the ghoul fleshlight.
New bonus whole
It'd be a
fleshlight.
better way. It'd be a better way of telling you to go fuck yourself on a pre-order than when they fucked up those canvas bags.
It's
so
almost
funny.
like it's real flesh. It's just straight up leather. Not even real leather, just leather. Oh, and inside,
I only like
inside-
Italian. I only like Italian long grain leather on this cock.
oh, Jesus.
The Gucci of fleshlights.
Gucci X fleshlight.
Oh my God.
Just
The
advertises
vault must go crazy.
The Gucci.
the Gucci.
I got that fucking
Gucci.
Gucci.
The gussy.
The common
That's
wussy.
what it is. It's the gussy. It's the gussy.
Galussy.
The common wussy.
Right,
all
the
right, we're
pussy.
getting sidetracked. We're getting sidetracked.
The ham cockussy.
Oh,
The new
fuck.
cussy.
Oh dear God. The
All
ham
right.
cock gussy. It's so fucking terrible.
More bloopers we can't use for 500, Alex.
Oh, I'm using it all.
Yeah, he's using it as fucking spank bank material later.
Goddamn
Yeah.
right. I'll be like, yeah, that's right. Tell me about that gussy one more time.
No. I'm done recording. I'm gonna need to leave. He ain't even gonna fucking
It's
hang
got
around
real-
to talk shit later.
It's got real fucking salt crystals in there to, make it real fucking crispy. Oh,
Peter Gaming OnlyFans page when?
man, we tried, and
Shit.
man, that was
When
a
we
pain
go
in the
to when
fucking
we all go
ass.
to Vegas, baby. That's
Yes,
when-
sir.
Oh, I forgot we tried to do that.
Yeah, we did. We had to fucking verify our identity, and it just wouldn't go. It's just like, oh, fuck you. Fucking here,
Some bullshit.
use your driver's license and a picture of you. Yeah, we can't verify your ID. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah. It's alright,
should've-
I'm open my own. I'm a fucking
should've had
verify
my
myself and
tits out.
tuck my cock behind my fucking so just tuck it. Just be like,
Would you
I'm
fuck
fat
me?
Hunt 69.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck you.
The lotion in the fucking basket.
Lotion in
I'd
the back.
fuck you hard. Goodbye, horses. I'm crying over you.
All right.
All right,
Back
so
to the
all
Shit's been
right,
stuck in
so
my head for weeks, man.
so
Only found
There's
out-
always more banter than there is gameplay.
there is,
It's
there is.
It's like 6
Great.
hours of banter, 2 hours of gameplay.
So you and Keiran and Runt, you guys share this heart to heart, and as the drinks start getting passed out by, I'm assuming Graf, you'd pass them out.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I kind of look over at him, seeing that Graft is getting a fucking drink. I'm like, You know, ever since I showed up here, you always seem to know how to fucking insert yourself, you fucking wrinkle-faced bastard. I'm kind of
man.
fucking give a chuckle.
Life's a party at this point. We're just gonna sit here and watch it burn, or are we gonna enjoy it?
You know what? I like this fucking bastard. Get him a second drink.
You mind me
Funny
asking,
about that.
how old are you exactly, kid? I mean, taking the ghoul part out of the equation. I mean, me, when I started going super mutant, I was about 38.
19.
Damn.
But I've been in this skin suit, if you know, barely, even if it's barely a skin suit for what did we agree on, Corey? I think it was like 300 years or something. A little shy of 300.
200 something.
It would be 200 something. Let me double check.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
I
I think, it was like the 60, what was it? 66? 2066?
I think it's, yeah, I think that's what we, so it's like 200, about 200 years, right?
Yeah, so you'd be 219.
All right. 200, so in,
What the fuck was I?
You're like
Yeah,
200 and
down.
fucking 40 something.
Oh fuck yeah, that's right. 'cause I
well,
was
y'all got me beat. I'll put it that way, but not by much. I'm a lot older than I look, even given the, you know.
So what do you mean?
leather.
My character doesn't know how old he is.
I will
His
actually,
age is just one of those things that he doesn't understand.
Yeah.
like R. Kelly. Sorry.
Oh shit! That was fuck.
Damn it.
So is your next character going to be Keiran or what?
No, that'd be
fuck.
that'd have to be Richie's character.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
his line of shit. Oh fuck.
actually, Runt will kind of just notice that age isn't brought up in relation to Bush, and Boz, I wouldn't know at this point that the Institute, because the Institute is barely even a thing that's talked about right now, right?
It's rumors. It's more of just a boogeyman. Just stories.
But it's not known by anybody that they make super mutants, right? Spoilers.
It wouldn't, as far as I know, that's one of those things that's never known in Fallout universe, except by the player.
Yeah, it's yeah. But,
Gotcha.
I mean, it would make sense for rumors to spill in from the west coast of, at one point in time there was a being called the Master, or they used to create super mutants in Mariposa. So I mean, super mutants being created isn't it's not talked about as heavily as it could be, but rumors spilling in from the west just as news.
Boogeyman. Kendrick Lamar is canon in Fallout? Alright, sorry.
Certified lover boy.
Who's Drake?
Drake?
Okay. Alright, so as far as I, Runt, the character knows, as far as I'm aware, super mutants were all humans at one point, just based on my own experience.
Yeah, we could say that based off your own experience, you would assume that Vault Tech, was the creator of super mutants, just based off of your own experience.
So I'll turn to Bush and I'll say, you remember what life was like before you went green, brother?
What mean before we went green?
I mean, when you were human.
Bush Hider never human. Bush Hider super mutant. Bush Hider always super mutant.
I'll kind of give a confused look, but I guess I'll kind of note that it's well, I mean, I mean, I don't know like how all of Vault-Tec's stuff works, so I'll just kind of shrug and say, all right. You know, bittersweet as those memories were to bring up, I wish there was a way I could just... You ever feel like you wish you could go back and just relive what life was like before everything? Before the war?
Wish I'd have been curious about how humans lived before bomb. Never thought about it. Just been curious.
Oh, if you've been curious about what it was like before the bombs, tell you right now, in certain parts of the world, it wasn't too far off of what you got in this apocalypse you call now. It's fighting for survival. You know, fighting between different factions, whether you be separated by what they called religion, or different peoples or groups. Different parts of the world it wasn't too far off, but also, just as you find hope this here wasteland, find hope and a happy life in parts of the world as well, where it was quiet. Or at least a little bit quiet. I kind of fucking take a drink as I'm kind of like staring off a little bit, almost like I'm reminiscing about a time before fucking war and always having a fight.
I remember what America was like before the war, before Vault-Tec even. I remember when I was 16, my parents took me to this resort down in Florida. It was great. On the beach, playing volleyball, swimming in the ocean. We had Mr. Handy's bringing us drinks, for, you know, fruity sodas and everything. Nuka-Cola. It's great. Can't exactly get anything like that now, though. Most you'll get is that servo bot over there, you know, tossing us irradiated water and cheap beer marked up at 3 times the price. But creature comforts are important in days like this, right?
The world before bomb sounded much nicer than world now.
It was, in a lot of ways. Of course, politicians were a lot more of a concern back then than they are now.
Aye, they were. But there was some peaceful areas. I remember back when I was a boy in County Clare. Well, God, the rolling hills out there. You know, they called Ireland an Emerald Isle for a reason before the war. It's green as far as the eye could see. At least when you're out in the countryside.
You know, a lot of ways it was exactly the same up in Appalachia. I mean,
Well,
when I was a kid, my backyard was basically a forest of pines. I'd go out there every day, after school, before school, on the weekends, whether I was healthy or sick. Go out there, find blue-bellied lizards underneath the rocks, catch fireflies when the sun went down. Me and some of the neighborhood kids, I called my friends, we always thought there was a boogeyman hidden in the woods, and we'd go out there on the weekends with our flashlights, try and hunt them down with our BB guns. Most we found was a bobcat.
Well, that's what it was when you were a youth. It's where you didn't have to worry about all the grinding down of the real world, all the responsibilities that came at you once you got older. Oh, there's plenty of times I think back to that, especially now. I wish I was still just a wee child, just enjoying my days.
Back when my biggest concern was whether or not I was going to get a box of Blamco mac and cheese for dinner.
You're goddamn right.
You know, I wish we talked like this when we first met, Keiran. Again, I do apologize for all that hurt I put you through when I threw you into that wall. Wasn't right.
I've had worse happen. But also, can't say it wasn't brought on me by myself, as the tensions were pretty high. And well, things were moving quite quick. We didn't really sit down to talk too much. And actually, mind you, funnily enough, thinking about it now, this might not be the right time to bring it up. But, does anybody know what happened to that lady that we brought in to Diamond City?
Oh, she went to Medicine Man. Medicine Man fix her good.
Do we know what she was trying to tell them in Diamond City?
Oh, her caravan got attacked by train yard. A big burly man, not super mutant, but not human, she said. Got attacked by a group and they take him.
Yeah, I think she said train yard they got attacked in was northwest of here. Well, probably more so west now. But am I remembering that right, DM? Was it northwest or northeast?
Well, it was northwest, about a day's journey. The person that she described was human. He was a bald man. She got kind of like the heebie-jeebies about. She didn't trust him, but he was very large. He was almost as big as a super mutant. So, yeah, and her caravan got attacked in the train yard. And yeah, it's really about all you guys know.
I'll kind of like stroke the chin portion of my like stubble beard. Well, it's probably closer to a beard, but it's like a shortish beard. And I'll kind of think for a moment, and then I'll say, "Oh, that Hancock fellow. Seems like he remembers names and faces pretty well. Maybe we could ask him if someone like that came through Goodneighbor not too long ago. Maybe you know something."
That might not be a bad idea. Because, it's a little strange. I know I ran off a bit before she was able to wake up and tell us a little bit more, but honestly, to me, at least for now, it seems like a Diamond City problem.
Yeah, but I don't know. Doesn't sit right with me. That lady almost dying for nothing.
Ref, you are listening to this conversation, and as you're listening to the conversation, you're realizing that what they're describing sounds similar to what you overheard Hancock speaking about. How a supply shipment was attacked not too far in a train yard. They were carrying supplies for not only Diamond City, but also for Goodneighbor and the nearby settlements.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I heard I heard Hancock talking about that. Some of Goodneighbor's supplies actually got caught up in a rail yard not too far from here. Maybe if you talk to him and you can promise to give our town share stuff back, maybe he'll point you in the right direction. He's definitely going to want our stuff back, though. Well, I don't think he cares much what happens to the rest of it.
You think you can get us an appointment to speak to him, kid?
Appointment? Man, look at where you are. Everybody's high 24/7. You don't need a fucking appointment. Just walk right in. I'll go with you if it makes you more comfortable.
Fair enough.
Does Bush Hider get to move big stuff?
Sounds like probably.
I'd reckon that there's a fair chance of some heavy things for you to be moving.
I'm up for a good rumble too. It's been a while.
Bush Hider like carry big bucks.
All right, well,
Box from home.
find your legs, all you lightweights, and let's make our way to the state house.
Runt will kind of do like this, the Midwestern dad thing where he slaps his knees and stands up.
Well,
Brendo,
time to hit the old dusty trail.
I suppose it's time for me to mosey on down.
Fucking perfect.
Well, guess we getting on our way now.
Are we saying the Midwestern goodbye too? Jesus.
So we're never gonna leave for another 3 hours.
Oh no, I gotta switch to a Wisconsin accent. Oh well, don't you know I got this big old grouper at the lake the other day.
Oh, jeez, you know, I was up there.
Give me the keys. I'll just wait in the car.
Oh, I was up there with Ted the other day, and you know, it wasn't quite anything. I think that I'd get out of the lake there, but you gotta tell me where your fishing spots are.
All right. Well, Graf's gonna lead everyone out the bar. Kick open the door because, of course, he is.
As you guys are leaving the bar, the two super mutants again, once crab walking through, inhaling, exhaling, crab walking.
What?
You guys start walking towards the state's house. Of course, again, a couple people are looking, not really giving a shit. The neighborhood watch is just kind of patrolling like normal. For the first time in a long time, Runt and Bush, you guys seem to be invisible. Like, nobody really
without a stealth boy. No stealth boy required.
No stealth boy and no crazed ass manic shit that goes on that comes with the prolonged use of the stealth boys like the Nightkins.
Yep.
All right.
So as you guys,
This weird feeling for Bush Hider, not being stared at.
Would you rather be ogled like a fucking freak show?
Well, it's just weird, strange to Bush Hider. People only stare.
Like, well,
People hate
this is what
Supermutants.
happens. This is what happens when you're in a more accepting area, and you're okay with yourself. And then all of a sudden, YMCA starts playing in the background.
I can promise you guys, even in just the time that I've been here in this town, you guys aren't even close to the weirdest thing that's walked through those fucking gates.
Feels just like Green Hollow again.
Well, so I march right into the state house, hold the door open for you guys, and just yell up the stairs and just like, Hancock!
what?
We're coming up. I'm bringing company.
Oh God!
Put your hole away.
More friends? Seriously?
Same old one. The same ones as before, but yeah, put your belt and psycho away unless you want me to snag some of it.
I'll cut your damn fingers off if you do that.
So I'm just laughing my way up the stairs.
As you guys are walking up the stairs, you get to the top of the estate house. You see it really looks like a flop house. You know, where a junkie
halfway
king,
house.
Yeah, a junkie king would reside.
Yeah.
You see that he's got his own personal bodyguards, and they're watching you. One of them has a flamethrower down by her side, just kind of sitting on the floor as she stands there eyeing you guys up and down. Oh, I didn't know you were bringing our new guests, and I see you guys had found your friend. You said it was Keiran, right?
That's right.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
They've got a kind of pressing question for you. I figure maybe they could help you out with
Kind of kick
that
forward a
shipment
little
that went
bit.
missing.
kick forward as he says this. Right, and the pressing question that we've got here for you. Where can a man find some jet?
Look around, dude.
Really? You mean to tell? How long have you been here, man?
Look into the sky and take a deep breath.
I've only been here about 30 minutes before these bastards came in.
Hey, you mean to tell me you didn't fall into a hole in the ground that had some jet in it? I mean, God.
Well, listen, I haven't really kept my eyes open. Do we have a? Could you spare me some jet? I haven't had any.
I just swipe one off of Hancock's desk.
Did you just bring a junkie into my fucking house? Are you serious?
I look at Hancock and I say,
pressing question. He asked me.
No, that's not it. That's not it. He's just mad because I didn't share any with him earlier.
It's a pressing question. And where else would a junkie be? As I kind of look around at the floor, like, this looks like a top tier fucking flop house you got here. You're holding out on jet on me, and I would kindly like to ask for some to taste your wares of your city before we get on, supposedly to the more pressing question that these fellers have behind me.
Can I just make like an agility check to swipe a thing of jet off of Hancock's desk?
Yeah, you can.
All right. So how does this work? It's my first time rolling in the system. So
you just
roll a d20, right?
Yeah, you just roll a d20 and add your modifier from
Dexterity?
Oh, goddamn skill. Jeez, I was spacing.
Agility?
Yeah.
What's my modifier? Is it just my base score?
Well, it'd be whatever your skills. So is there like a fucking... They don't have a pickpocket skill for that.
Do they have a pickpocket? I would think they would have a pickpocket skill.
No, they have sneak and lockpick.
It'd be sneak.
Sneak,
I would think.
It is sneak.
Okay, well, my sneak modifier is 0. Wait. No, my sneak modifier is 3.
Oh.
And I have a tag on it. What does that mean? If I have the tag on the stat, is that just a...
It's just
proficiency
like
or what?
Yeah.
Does
so that would be
allowed advantage?
No, it'd just be proficiency.
So it adds another however, how much would that add on top of my modifier?
If it's already tagged, it should that should be your the amount that you
well, it only lets us go up to 3 regardless of if you've got proficiency or not.
All right.
So
it's plus 3. Well, anyways, I rolled a 16, so it'd be a 19.
Okay, he rolled a natural 20, so he sees you swipe this.
Fuck!
But he doesn't. But he doesn't say anything. He just kind of smirks.
Okay, so I swipe it and hand it to him. I'm like, all right, now can we get to the point that we actually came here for?
I kind of take a big puff off of the fucking jet.
He looks at you, Graf. You know I saw that, right?
Oh.
You're not as sneaky as you think you are. You need to get better, kid.
You know that I don't care because I was just gonna grab it from somewhere else if I can get it from you.
I get that, but out there in the world, man, they're not gonna be as friendly as I am. It's
hey, man.
Something you need to write down in your book, kid.
Yeah. I'm still here, aren't I? Nothing killed me yet.
Well, you know, I'm debating strongly.
That's some top tier jet.
What's this pressing matter that the man of the people can help you with?
Well, Mayor Hancock, as it happens, our goals might be a little more aligned than what I initially thought. That shipment of yours that went missing over by the rail yard.
Yeah, I know of it. I'm aware.
Turns out we're trying to track down people what made it disappear. Diamond City Mayor said he'd pay up big for getting his share of the supplies from the caravan back. And unfortunately, we're all pretty short on change right now, so we're taking caps where and when we can get them. But if you have any tips that help us track down the who and where exactly, I'd be more than willing to bring back Goodneighbor's share.
Well, okay, so how about this? I see a way that I could scratch your back for some information, and you can scratch my back. So I'll tell you what I know, but in turn, you take Graft with you.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I not? You take
You can't
Graft with you.
You're just gonna fucking sign me off?
Yes.
I mean, I was planning on going with them, but it sounds like you're trying to get rid of me.
Well, you need real world experience, kid, and you're not getting it here. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a bit too soft on you. Got a soft spot for you, kid. So, yeah, you need to...
Yeah, but if I'm not here, who's gonna steal everybody's stashes?
Well, that's the problem. You got sticky fingers, and nobody's giving you, put you in your spot yet.
Well, a couple people have tried. Maybe they're just not good enough to.
Well, and that's why you need to get out there and see. Like, hey, you can have sticky fingers all you want, but goddamn, you need to be good, kid. It's not up for debate. I mean, you're going with them.
Do you have a bedtime? Runt will say with a smirk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's whenever the chems wear off.
Yeah, he passes out in a pool of his own drool.
Speaking of chems, if you're sending this fella out with us here, do you think maybe you could send a couple of fucking things a jet with him as well? I mean, clearly he needs them. Has nothing to do with me. All right, maybe a little bit has to do with me. You think we could get maybe a little bit up front, like, what do you say, 3-4 doses of jet?
He looks at you. Hey, you guys know that Bugs Bunny meme where he goes no, and you say, yeah. No.
Well, I suppose it was worth a shot. I kind of go to grab more fucking jet while he's distracted.
The kid can sniff out. The kid can sniff out drugs. Touch my shit and I'll kill you.
What if I move it with my mind?
Runt will very gently take up his pipe wrench and use it to gently push Keiran back.
Kind of look over. I'm like, all right, okay, I get it.
All right, well, can I at least go upstairs and get my stuff?
This man just took a hit of jet and he's like, I'm fiending. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, you gave me the addiction, you bastard. Otherwise I wouldn't have to be worrying about it.
I didn't do nothing. You did that yourself.
So first,
that wasn't you. I was talking to the DM, that bastard.
So yeah, you don't get like the shakes or fiending for at least a couple of days. So like you're good. You're good.
I'm not good. I start scratching my fucking skin off. I'm not good. You see what's happening to me? You fucking bloody bastard! I'm on fire.
Hey, you guys see him? You guys see him doing this, talking to absolutely nobody because in this world the dungeon master doesn't exist.
Can I break the fourth wall talking to you for more jet? Can that be a thing?
God, please.
You gave me this addiction. I'm just looking up in the sky. You gave me this addiction, you bastard. I didn't want it. I only tried them fucking once.
He looks up. He's like, "What are you waiting for?"
I think we
Kill
can
me
do
now.
All right. Well, while Kieran's going through his jet-induced psychosis, Graft kind of runs up the stairs to the roof where he's got a little shack with all his shit in it. A little mattress and stuff, and he straps on some knee pads and a little bit of light padding for his chest. Grabs his bat and his knife, and he doesn't have a gun, but he grabs some loose ammo that he has and all of his chems and stuff that he has stashed. The 8 caps that he owns, and then comes back down.
Can we say that while Graft is up there grabbing his stuff, I'd like to turn the handcuff and say, I'm not sure if I mentioned it to you before, but actually, yeah, said it when I came in. I'm a little bit of a handyman. In fact, there's very little I like more than fixing stuff, and fooling around with it. Is there a workbench anywhere in Goodneighbor that I could use to tool up some armor I got?
I mean, yeah, on the other side of the estate's house, yeah. There should be a workbench, I believe.
Alright.
I mean, you could go speak with Cleo. She's got some armaments you might be interested in, but unless you're like really, really shy of caps.
Unfortunately, I think as a whole, we're flat broke right now.
Oh, well then, yeah. Workbench the other side of the state's house, like I said, I believe. But yeah. You guys wanted information?
Yeah.
Alright, so from what I heard, the caravan was hit a few days ago, I think. Hard to tell, chems, but they're hit pretty hard. Harder than what normally caravans get hit. I had some of my people go to look there, and they said that they didn't see any of our supplies, which was of course my main concern, and they didn't see any bodies. So there's a possibility that the bodies were moved, but
more plasma weapons, maybe.
No puddles, no goo puddles. But yeah, no. So they were transporting, from my understanding, I've got my fingers in lots of pies. My understanding, they were transporting supplies, food, clothes, some ammunition, but supposedly they were transporting some kind of holy man. I don't know much about religions. I mean, aside from the Church of All in Diamond City and the Children of Adam, but aside from those two, I mean, I don't know of any holy man. But supposedly they were transporting some kind of
moth priest.
Would have thought the Vatican died with the end of the world. I'll say with like a kind of a chuckle.
Well, I mean,
I look over at Runt.
When you start finding out the kids are being touched, then yeah, we'll know it's the Vatican.
Can I give a dirty look because I am Catholic?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did that hurt your feelings?
Don't worry about it. I reach in my bag and grab for a pipe. No.
Here we go again.
reaches in his bag.
As you reach into your bag, grabbing for something quickly, you see Hancock's knife come down around your wrist, severing. I'm just kidding. None of that happened.
Well, we have the information we need, right? So.
Yeah.
He pulls out a book of Scientology.
Oh shit!
Praise Xenu!
Lord Xenu is here today to understand your simpleton ways.
Yeah, Jed is good, but you ever had beer brewed by aliens?
Oh fuck!
But have you ever had your own planet? Just go Mormon with fucking what's his face over in Utah from fucking New Vegas.
All right, we're getting sidetracked again.
So you guys know that the direction still is roughly, because you guys did travel to Goodneighbor, it's roughly about a day's journey northwest still. Northwest, we'll say. Kind of in that in-between. And yeah, I mean, it's very similar to what you guys were told, except you didn't know that the dude was a holy man.
All right, well, at least we kind of know the general area, so I'll nod and I'll offer my hand for a handshake to the mayor. I'll say, thank you, Mr. Hancock.
Ah, yeah, no problem. Just call me Hancock. He shakes your hand back.
All right, Hancock.
And he kind of pulls you in, anything happens to Graft, no, I will hunt you down. Kid's like a son to me, you understand?
I'll kind of give like a somber nod, and I like noticeably, my expression shifts to a more serious one. I'll say, I understand.
All right, well, all right, Graft, get the fuck out of my house.
All right, old man. All right, quit your yammering. But can I get a pack of cigs for the road?
Oh dear
One last parting
God.
gift.
You're lucky I care. He hands you a pack of smokes.
You know you're gonna miss all your shit disappearing in a couple weeks.
Not really. It'd be nice to, know where my shit is, where I place it, know that I haven't gone fucking crazy.
Even if it's gone, you know where it is. It's with me.
Yeah, well, whatever. Stay safe, kid. Don't fuck up. Don't get yourself killed.
Yeah. And Graf starts to turn around and head downstairs, and he kind of stops and turns back for a minute and kind of thinks about something. And then he turns back around and keeps walking.
I'll kind of give like a 2-finger salute, kind of to hand, like a 2-finger salute wave, kind of to Hancock, and I'll bulkily make my way out the door with everyone. And noting what Hancock said about the workbench, I'm going to go where he told me, to the workbench, and I'm just going to say, "Sorry, fellas, I got to tool something up real quick. Won't take a minute." And I'll walk over to the workbench, and I'll set down the piece of leg combat armor, which is it fair to say, more or less, it wouldn't fit on a superhuman leg, but it'd probably fit at least somewhat around a supermutant's forearm.
We could say that it's a very tight, snug fit.
Okay.
It'd fit around your forearm, but it's very tight. So
because it's curved, it's cutting into me.
Sort of. It's more of if you're trying to move your wrist inward, or
when you take it off, you'll have an imprint of the design of the strap.
You're gonna have that for one, but you're also gonna have less mobility in your hands. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, we'll just say it fits tight.
Okay.
All that just to say that.
Well, I mean, like I said, I am a handyman. I carry a lot of odds and ends in my tool bag. Would it be safe to say I have some ratchet straps that I could probably cut to length to kind of add on to the length, so it's not as tight, to where I have a little bit more mobility with it?
So the armor, the combat armor piece isn't a light armor; it's a medium armor. So if it's a whole piece.
So I'd have to get rid of my shield to use it.
Your arm, yeah.
So I'd have to get rid of my shield to use it on myself. Okay. Then I will turn to Bush, because I don't want to waste it. I'll turn to Bush and I'll say, "I can tool this up for you, brother. Make you a little harder to hit in battle."
Will it keep boom boom shards out of Bush Hider?
At least part of you.
Then yes, we'll take gifts from Brother Runt.
I'll nod, and knowing that our dimensions are more or less the same, it probably actually fit him a little more comfortably, since you said he is just a smidge smaller. I'll kind of just help Bush put it on, and I'll fasten it to his whichever forearm he prefers, either his right or his left. But it's his choice.
We'll go with the left arm.
All right.
He's Hider is packing, wrapping around. No, I'm just kidding.
So I will put that on, and then I'll also notably take out a paint pen, like one of those paint markers, those white paint markers. I'll take that out from my tool bag, and I'll start to I'll start writing an R on it, but then I'll kind of lick my thumb, smudge it out, and then I'll write RJ Jr. Or RJJ on the lower panel of it. Put my initials, my real initials.
What that you right there on armor?
That's my signature. As a craftsman, I like signing all my projects.
Signature?
Yeah, it's kind of a way to write out my name. So if people find it later on, they might know who made it.
Roll a history check, Bush.
Ooh. History. What, would that be like intelligence?
Yeah, intelligence. Sorry, I keep thinking D&D. My bad.
You're
Quit
good.
speaking in 5e.
Yeah, right?
Start
Oh, what
speaking
is that?
in D&D 1.
Is that a 12 or that's a 12? That would be 18.
So, from your tribe specifically, the chieftain of your tribe, the leader, the master, so to speak, what he would do is he would brand Supermutants with a insignia, just basically stating that, you know, you're of the tribe. And basically it's similar, it's a similar situation to that as your tribe would do.
Okay.
Oh, so you mean like when Bush Hider head clan headmaster brand Supermutant?
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess we are kind of a clan. I mean, I'm only part of this. Yeah.
Who the fuck did that?
Huh?
Craft.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that
He's
in,
kind of standing in the corner.
oh,
He's
was
like,
that in character?
yeah, that was in
I was
character.
like, damn, dude.
Damn, son.
like,
I was trying to figure out, like, is that supposed to be in character or is this a
I'm
character?
go fuck. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
bored.
I'm bored, guys. Come on.
No, he's just he's over like kind of like he's ready to go because he doesn't want to stick around too long. Otherwise, he's gonna start feeling feelings. Because he's been just while he's been waiting to leave, he's just been like shooting finger guns at everybody and fucking busting everyone's balls one last time. Like, are you guys gonna be done soon? I'm ready to go.
Runt will kind of softly chuckle and give Bush another of their seemingly patented at this point Warriors Brace handshake, and then slap him on the back with his free hand and say, "Let's go, brother. Wasteland awaits."
Wasteland to waste.
Good enough. And yeah, well, I'll kind of lead the charge out of Goodneighbor.
All right, so
And that is where. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
He got it right. That's where we'll
And
end
that
it.
is where we'll end.
Because, yeah, fucking, it's a good place to end it.